Aloha, I'm Joshua Bubba Tavares. Everybody calls me Bubba. I'm an actor and I'm an acting teacher at the University of Hawaiʻi at Manoa. I started acting in high school, my junior year of high school. They were having auditions for High School Musical. So I went out for it, and then I just felt like it was like the perfect world of singing and dancing and performing, and then also acting, getting to become another character. And so from then on, I was just like, this is fun. So it was always just for fun for me. It was never like something I thought I was gonna pursue. Until after I graduated, a bunch of us from the drama club went to New York and we saw a bunch of Broadway shows. It was my first time really seeing that caliber of storytelling live on stage. And I said, oh, that's what I want to do. Okay, let's try one more time, please. Same spot from the end of Here Goes. Right after I graduated, I bought a one-way ticket to New York and lived there for 8 years, auditioning, working. You know, I did everything from like children's theater to, you know, a national tour of a Broadway musical. So the spectrum was all over the place. It's kind of whatever I could do. Oh, I think I can do that, you know? There wasn't like a disconnect for me. It wasn't like, oh, that feels like something that's out of reach. It was like, oh, I can do what they're doing. Give me a chance. Let me do it. And you're putting yourself out there in such a vulnerable way. It's like, hey, here's my art, which is me. I am breaking down this character. I'm showing you my take on it. And then you're telling me no. You're doing that day in, day out, sometimes, you know, hundreds of times in a month, depending on how often you're auditioning, putting yourself out there. You do work a lot to understand the character. We rehearsed for like 3 months to put on a show. You're memorizing and you're rehearsing all day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Learning the show, getting it on its feet, blocking, learning where you enter, where you exit, what props you're using, all that kind of stuff. And you do that pretty much every day. And then on your day off, you're reviewing and you're memorizing lines and you're prepping, you know, getting even more into character. Once you get to opening night, the show is yours. You see it, and then you come back to each other because the real light is the love between the two of you. What's going on? The trees are lighting up when we touch. So it's like, that's what's happening, right? So it's kind of like neither of you expected this to happen. And it's just like, who are you, right? So look in each other's eyes for that. Like, did you just see what I just saw? I remember people telling me, like, if you can do anything else, do that. If you want to do anything else but be an actor and you think you can be happy and successful and fulfilled, go that route, because it's a hard life being an actor, but it's fun. And I think you have to be a little delusional to be an actor. You know, I think more people than they realize are actors, are storytellers. Music is acting to me, because what are lyrics? It's a story that you follow along. Something really hits hard because you resonate with that phrase, that lyric, and then the musicality. Yeah, I'd say my first love is music. You know, my dad is a musician, so growing up, I was always following him around, going to his gigs, singing with him. I just was naturally good at singing. Like, what I do for fun is hang out with my friends. A lot of my friends are actors, and we'll just play music, hang out, just kind of jam. That's what I do for fun. When something crescendos and gets really loud, what is that doing? That's telling a story. When it gets really quiet, or the beat slows down, or the beat drops, right? And then you're like, hey, right, that's story. What makes me delusional? My favorite thing to be is underestimated. I love when people underestimate me. You're crazy to think that. You're delusional to think that you can do that. I love that. It's life. Nobody else can tell the story the way you can tell it. So lean into that, celebrate that, relish that. That's your superpower. Be delusional.
Final words you want to say to the audience of a million trillion people that's gonna see whatever we're doing?
All the million people. I talk too much already.